Hi everyone, in this video we are going to cover the different types of t-test. We have three types of t-test and we will emphasize on the last one. The first one is one sample t-test. We use this kind of test when we are comparing the mean difference between the sample we have and the reference point. For example, if you want to compare the difference in mean of smoker in Saudi Arabia nowadays to other reference point we have, we can use this kind of test. The second one is paired t-test. We use it when we are comparing the mean difference of sample in two different setting or time. For example, if you have a group of students and you want to compare the difference in mean of their score in exam in the first and second semester, this will be the case. Please note that we have to compare the same group student. The third one is independent t-test. We use it when we have one binary independent variable and the other variable, the dependent one, is the scale or continuous. The t-test will give us the significance of mean difference between those two groups. For example, we have the relationship between baby sex and the birth weight in gram. We will test this in Spss program in a second. But before that, we have to formulate our hypothesis and null hypothesis. The hypothesis in this case, there is a significant of mean difference of birth weight in grams according to the baby's sex. In the null hypothesis, there is no significant of mean difference of birth weight in grams according to the baby's sex. Now we will go to SPSS. Here we have our birth weight as a scale in grams, and here we have the sex of the baby. We defined male as 0 and female as 1. To run the t-test, we go to analyze, compare means, and then we have our independent t-test, here the one sample and here the paired. We have to reset this beforehand. Now we can pick the dependent variable in here, which is the birth weight in grams, and in here we will pick the sex of baby. We have to define it, the first group, which is male 0 and female 1. Continue. In option, we can change here the confidence interval if we want, but we will keep it here as 95 as our p-value is 0.05. Once we run the process, we will end up with two tables. The first table is description of the data we just used. Like in here, we can see the number of the babies, whether male and female, the mean of their weight in grams, and the standard deviation, which is reflecting the distribution of the data. The second table is related to t-test. This is the segment of t-test, and this is the segment related to the variance. But before we go and look into the significance of the t-test related to the mean, we have to determine which line we're gonna use as a result. And here they are similar, but we always should check first. We should check on the Levin's test for equality of variances, and here we can see it's significant. It's 0.828, which is higher than 0.05. In this case, we have to accept the null hypothesis, which says there is no difference in variance. We are not talking about mean yet. So there is no difference in variance, equal variance is assumed. We're gonna use this line. This can be justifiable as we know that the variance is directly related to standard deviation, and here the standard deviation are close to each other. The t-test part of the second table, we have the significance, which is 0.01. So in this case, we're gonna reject the null hypothesis and accept the hypothesis which says there is significant difference in mean between male and female babies in their weight in grams. And we can see here the mean difference. This is calculated by subtracting those two means. And here we can see the lower and upper border of our result as we use the 95 confidence interval prior. So the lower border will be 40 grams and the upper border will be 153 grams. If we run this test 100 times, 95% of the time we'll have similar result like this. The boys will have higher mean of birth weight than girls. That will be all for this video, and thank you for watching.